Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Jai Hind. Okay, Subodh, you need card?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you take 114.
Okay, sir.
Who is ready? Dubey Saab, Gurjant Saab?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dubey Saab is ready. Gurjant Saab, please keep time.
Right, sir. Dubey sir, you may start.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. We are living in the world driven by technology, and the technology is evolving at a rapid pace. The mobile phones have given way to smartphones, television has given way to LED and LCD, and desktop has given way to laptops and tablets also. The moment a new model is coming in the market, the old one obsolete. Due to this, there is a lot of problems are going on. Yes, friends, in next 2 to 3 minutes, I would like to tell you about e-waste. What is e-waste? Friends, e-waste is an electronic waste such as old TV, refrigerator, mobiles, washing machines, computers, etc. Whatever is available or not working as or it is reached to end their self life. Whenever we have seen that there are a lot of e-waste available and that is dumped, that is known as e-waste. Friends, then why are we worrying about it? Friends, there is a lot of problems going on with it. What are the challenges? It is there are a number of materials used in these devices like lead and gold, beryllium, cadmium, nickel, and etc., which is causing a serious health problems. That's why we are thinking about it. These are toxic in nature, and it is creating problems for the human as well as for the animals also. It is causing a lot of disease like cancer or rebirth situation also. And thereafter it is also causing land pollution because whenever we are getting that type of material like lead and
I think there is some network issue. Dubey Saab?
developed countries are dumping these material in developing countries. That's why there is a landfills are come forward, and we have to think about what is the way forward to get overcome this e-waste issue. Friends, we have to create such type of environment so that all the organized and unorganized sector come together, and they have to be clubbed, and they have to collect the e-waste whatever is available at homes, and thereafter they
Last
can
30 seconds.
recycle it. They can take all the reusable items, and thereafter they reuse it. So by having reuse and recycle and reproduction, these kind of activities, we can definitely overcome it. And another thing is that like recently government has launched vehicle scrappage policy, which is very good because the person is getting incentives, they are getting tax benefits, that's why they are
Time up.
providing it uh, to the particular person also. That's why by creating these type of you can say tax benefits to the consumers, we can definitely overcome this type of issue. So at the end I want to conclude that by having that type of incentive system, and thereafter there is a e-parisara. We have to improve this system by having e-parisara is one of the first you can say e-waste management unit in India. So by having these type of new you can say by having these type of new policies, we will definitely overcome this issue. And making law is not only the issue. We should come together, we should come forward to overcome this issue. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, in between there was some issue. We could not hear you for briefly 20 seconds. E-waste is a big challenge actually. If you see, we are yet to manage our plastic, but there is a new problem: e-waste. Too much of electronic gadgets and accessories getting created, and we don't know how to dispose it off. rules and regulations and what Dubey Saab is bringing out way forward, e-Parisar, that is one thing, but self-discipline or the corporate world to have self-regularization, these are the things which we need to look forward, because otherwise already there are so many climate issues, environmental issues, and we are not yet tackling it effectively, and there are new problems which are likely to come up, and it will be a disastrous thing for all the human beings and all the animals. So better we wake up early. We should have things in place, how to manage all these uh, produce things, because nowadays what is happening, just 40 years back we were having longevity of items. Today it is very use and throw kind of mental setup is there, and production technology is also revolving around that because of Chinese philosophy. More production, frequent production, use and throw concept. So where to throw? If it is not getting disposed of easily, then it is creating too much of problem, and it will not be solved easily. Okay, good. Dubey saab, Subodh ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, Dubey saab, keep time.
So can I
Yes, sir.
listen?
Yes.
Subodh, you may start.
Okay, sir. So good evening, good morning, gentlemen. My lecture topic is vaccines. So we know that how important is vaccines in today's world, as we are moving towards the technology, and as each and every being, or each and every creature on this earth is evaluating. So because of that, we need vaccines. If we talk about the ancient past of India or any part of the world, then we know that the ancient people, they did not have much knowledge about vaccines, or there are no inoculation like techniques. So they use the Ayurvedic method to cure any diseases. And at that time, there is not much diseases available because of the less pollutions and the less human activities, because the technology had not developed at that time. But the situation is changed completely in today's world. We know that, giving current example of COVID, we see how the havoc was created in 2020, just because of the just because of a disease which came in suddenly, and it impacted all over the world. Not only the economics of the world, but the people are also dying just because of it. And now we can see the harmful effects of it. And as the world is growing towards the technological evolution, so definitely biological warfare will be is happening. And just because of that, we need vaccines. Vaccines plays a very important role. If we can talk about the certain diseases, giving example of tuberculosis, AIDS. If we talk about tuberculosis, so the vaccines in the initial stages, tuberculosis vaccine is not available. So just because of that, people are dying of it. Then if we talk about the AIDS vaccine is not much available. You just have to take these vaccines to increase your lifespan. It will not completely cure your disease, but still scientists are working on it. Now, giving the example of current COVID, we don't have effective vaccine against COVID, because vaccines. What happens when we take vaccines? Vaccine is just like to immunize our body. It helps to defend our body with the harmful viruses. So because of that, we need vaccines. And in COVID, what happens in COVID? The viruses of COVID, they are evolving themselves, and they are creating much and much more strains at a very faster rate. So because of that, it seems very difficult to have a much effective vaccines. But we can see that there are some of the effects of vaccines, because general awareness is very important. Whenever the new vaccines is launched or were launched, so people become very hesitant to take that vaccines, that whether it is harmful, whether it is useful, or whether it is harmful for us. Whether it will create any other harmful effects to our body or not. So general awareness should be there. And the second thing is that vaccines, by exporting vaccines, we can also develop a
Last
friendly
digit.
relations with the other countries, just like India did in the COVID scenario, exporting hydroxychloroquine to USA, as well as exporting the COVID-19 jabs to their neighbors. So this shows that how India stand. It will also helps to enhance the India's position in the international forum. So lastly, I want to conclude that, and according to my opinion, I think that vaccine should be there, but the illegal market of vaccine should be abolished, because it will take a lot of lives of poor people, as well as
Time
they
up.
have some economic crisis just because they don't have money to get. So illegal market of vaccine should be abolished. Thank you.
Okay, Subodh, new topic exclusively on vaccines. Recently it was there in SSB. It is an open-ended topic, especially in the backdrop of COVID vaccination. So you can start with historical background. Polio vaccines. We had very effective and successful implementation of polio vaccines, and it is totally removed from our country almost. We are 100% polio free nation because it was a big challenge, and India has successfully executed its plan to get over of this polio problem. Now with corona disease, now people have come up and realized that these vaccinations are important, but there are a balance issue between your immunity system and too much of vaccination. Because if you see, there are two views. There is a vaccination program for a newborn baby. Different stages you have vaccines, but then there is another school of thought which says that it may not be too good for the immunity system, because natural immunity is something which has to evolve. So these school of thoughts are going on, but we need balance between it, because too much of pollution is there, the food nutritious value is going down, we are exposed to a lot of new diseases now because new variants are coming in the environment. So it is unavoidable thing that we have to face vaccines, we have to get vaccinated. COVID vaccination is one thing, but in future we don't know what kind of uh, preventive measures we will be requiring. The pharmaceutical industry will be working on it. The only caution and only uh, good thing we can hope for, that it doesn't become a business interest purely, because we cannot be playing around with our overall immunity system. We keep talking about our ancestors were well built, tall, having better resistance system or immunity system, but slowly the genes is getting degraded. Something, let's draw to a very simple analogy. A person who is regularly drinking pure water or the filtered water, a day comes when that person cannot digest or cannot tolerate a water away from his comfort zone, that is impure water or a natural water from any other surrounding. So what has happened, over a period of time your body is accustomed to a particular type of food or water. So this should give us a lesson that we cannot compromise on our immunity development. So probably it can be a research subject, it can be a very uh, deep matter of interest, that can we have immunity balance, whereas artificially inducing the immunity or vaccination is actually supplementary to immunity, but can we have natural immunity development at place, because that is also important. Okay, good. Subodh, who is ready?
So,
Okay, Gurjant Saab. Subodh, keep time.
Yes, sir. So you can start.
good morning, sir, and my dear friends. All living things, including plants, animals, and human beings, need water to live and carry out different cellular activities. Have you ever imagined a day without water? No, we have not. It is hard to imagine. So, friends, next 2 to 3 minutes, we are going to discuss about the way of conserving water, that is, rainwater harvesting. It is a simple process, or with technology, we can conserve rainwater by collecting, storing, conveying, and purifying. Today, the scarcity of good quality water has become significant cause of concern. We can be use it for irrigation, washing, cleaning, bathing, and cooking. Many of advantages of this best practice. First of all, it is a low cost practice. With this, we can promote the conservation of water, energy also. We can improve the quality of and quantity of groundwater. We can use it for irrigation. And also with these practices, we can save our environment from the disaster caused by rain. And some of challenges to implement this practice. First of all, it is run by government only. There is a lack of community participation. and lack of private sector. And with the advancement of technology, we should also include the technology in this practice. So we are lagging in technology inclusion in harvesting of rainwater. Due to unawareness and poor literacy, this is not implemented well in our society. So for this, we have to work on awareness, to spread awareness between the people by the public program, by the local organizations, by the NGO awareness program, and it should also be promoted by the public face. By this, we can promote it and also make the people aware about importance of this harvesting of rainwater. As the Indian government run a very good program, the National Water Mission, we should also take part in this mission and promote it by our local methods, media, and digital media. So, friends, lastly, I would like to conclude my topic with this point. By the efforts of conservation of water, by harvesting of rainwater, make aware the people about the harvesting of water, importance of this practice, we can resolve the scarcity of water in our country, and also we can save the water of earth for our next generation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good topic. Water conservation in India, especially, we'll talk to in reference to our nation only. That we don't have water problem. It is the management of water that is the issue. There is abundant water. If you see, there is a flood in generally eastern part of India, but there is a drought in the western and little bit southern part of India. Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, we generally face water problem. But Bihar, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, eastern coast, then UP eastern part, there is lot of water. And northeast, Brahmaputra is like an ocean. So what is the problem? It is the management of water. Now coming to urban area, we really missed on it. Some of the cities who are now coming up like a smart city, they are managing it well. The administration is now looking into the issues, how to conserve water. If you see new building constructions, now a rule is coming that you have to have a water conservation plan ready before asking for building construction. So it has to collect rainwater and put it into the uh, ground. You have to have that water conservation techniques. Then only building permission or the apartment construction will be given. The permission will be given. These are good measures, good techniques. Cement road which are coming up is a big problem for urban management because water cannot go into the soil. So city have to come up with better water bodies system because we have to have small ponds. We have to preserve old nalas, rivers, and that is how some of the NGOs and some of the uh, state governments have taken good plans. Recently in Maharashtra, like Pani Foundation, and there were small NGOs, bigger NGOs, some of the MNCs came up and through CSR, they executed a lot of good programs. And that is why rain pattern is changing in Marathwada region because so many water bodies are coming up, the nalas are getting cleaned, rivers are getting cleaned, so water can stay. There is a small dams or the water is preserved near the old water body structures. These things have helped last 4 5 years. Things are improving, and that is why nobody is talking about it. But the rain pattern is changing in these drier areas. This will become a matter of research now. How within small span of time things have changed, because if you see the Indira Gandhi Canal in Rajasthan, one canal has changed Rajasthan in 3 decades. Rajasthan was totally dry. Only one canal in 70s which was built and water was throughout flowing through that canal. So what has happened? Over a period of time, the water evaporation happens, sunlight falling daily, water evaporation happens, the environment changes. Same environment is changing and giving water back. This is a beautiful ecosystem. This can be seen now happening in some of the dry areas where the governments and NGOs have executed good programs. They have deepened the old nalas because they were filled with dirt and they were as if vanishing. So they are reopened, water channels are reopened. Now, with the new government's plan of water transportation, probably these water transportation will require water. So maybe rivers will have enough water, and then we will have better probably rain pattern in some of the areas where it was no rain. Okay, good. Urban area, rural area, you can talk, pick up few points because 3 minutes is not a big time. Okay, good. Gurjan Saab, who is ready now? Tejas.
Sir.
Sir, I'm
Okay, we will have Tejas first and then Sanjivani. Gurjan Saab, keep time.
Sir. Uh, Tejas, you may start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today, my topic for lecturette is health and diet. If you see two terminologies, health and diet, they are very interconnected. If you have good diet on a regular basis, your
Yes,
health
sir.
will be good. And if your health will be good, your body will be able to consume any hard type of diet once if you consume, not regularly. So these are very basic and interconnected terminologies. And diet is like providing immunity to our body to or to fight against various kinds of diseases. So it keeps your body healthy. So now, if you see in the changing scenario and current world, our life is very hectic. We don't get enough time to have our meals at a proper time. Rarely we see the person sitting in a home and having a lunch together. Rarely we see the persons in a family having dinner together. So the changing time also creates an important problem in this diet and health relationship. Also, if you see now, the pattern has changed because of unavailability of time. We are consuming more and more fast foods and junk foods, or we are preferring more and more street foods because sometimes we don't have time to cook the foods in the home and to pack our tiffins and get to our workstations. So we prefer any junk food available there. So because of this, we are hampering our health. Also, if you see, because of these junk foods, we are leading to various kinds of diseases. Obesity has become the very big issue. Almost one fourth of the population in India currently are facing this obesity. Secondly, there is a hypertension kind of situation. The living age of the people has been reduced now. It is almost average to 60 to 70 years. Also, there are many problems like cardiac arrest. Many long diseases will be associated with your body if you are consuming these type of materials. Now see, the food we are consuming is also not very suitable because farmers are preferring more and more chemicals and chemical sprays and fertilizers for its production. So it is not very healthy. Because of that, these chemical sprays and all, our immunity is ultimately hampering, and because of that, we are getting compromised in our health issues. If you see, a dietitian recommends us to have a food of every taste, may it be sour, sweet. So every taste he
Last
recommends.
30
But
seconds.
we see today's we have a very specific kind of a thing. Also, we encourage our children to have preference of their foods of their likings. So I feel a lot of awareness has to be needed in this particular sector, though we have a huge industry associated with the food. But I feel awareness will be playing very important role. In the end, I feel uh, uh, every uh, every leafy vegetable and other kind of vegetable
Time
materials
up.
grown in India has very important nutritious values, and that need to be promoted. That need to be shown on the television screen. That need to be highlighted in the newspapers, so that we can create more and more awareness, and we change our life, change our diet habits, so that we produce a more healthy country, which will be helping in India in the future run. Thank you.
Okay, Tejas, taking clue from your conclusion, we need to have healthy country. How it will be possible? We need healthy people because a nation cannot be called powerful unless the people are powerful, health wise, and health is both physical and mental. We need to sort out these issues. What Tejas is saying, one fourth population is obese. Yes, it is a big issue. During COVID pandemic, we saw those who are obese or having BP or sugar issues were exposed. This is a big learning. We need to really revisit our historical background. We had rishis, munis who were doing yogas, had a better physical and mental health, better immunity system. We had good diets, season wise diets. But in fast track life, we are missing. We have fast food, we have ready made food, we have frozen foods. So we need to really revisit our preferences. We need to think seriously about our health, because health is wealth. If a person is earning crores of rupees, suddenly his health goes down, he is finished. That person cannot work. Motivation level goes zero. That is the importance of health. We cannot ignore. The problem is, in your 30s or 40s, you tend to ignore this part till you are not really diagnosed with something. So people should proactively wake up. People should have balanced life. People should have at least 1 hour for health, and some sense of health attention has to come, and it has to come both way. Exercise, your schedule that will cater for exercise, and second is your diet. Very important from the practical point of view. It is not for the sake of only exams, it is for our own self. The biggest problem you can solve is have a fixed routine. Once in a week you can have a relaxed schedule, but if you can follow a very good schedule, waking up at same time, sleeping at same time, your half the problems are solved. If you wake up at 5, 5:30, 6, whatever, that is half exercise. If you sleep timely, that is half exercise. If you have got enough sleep, 6 to 8 hours minimum, your problems are solved. And then other things you can take care. Okay, good. Sanjivani, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tejas, keep time. Then we will have Renuka.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Okay. Good morning to all. Today my lecture topic is 5G technology. At present, the whole world is using 4G cellular communication technology, 4G cellular communication technology, and a good number of users are still using 2G and 3G service. Now the world is looking toward implementation fifth generation cellular communication technology, which have approximately 10 to 12 times faster internet speed than the present 4G technology, and it will also have low latency, which means if the sender send message, receiver will receive in less than a millisecond. At present, with 4G, it take 30 to 70 millisecond for the transmission for sender to receiver. In 2017, Indian government has sent up to 500 crores fund for research and development of 5G technology. Internet user, and hence the data communication is increasing at the rapid rate of India. So telecom companies can safely invest in 5G technology, can expect returns. Even a chairman of Reliance Industry Limited, Mukesh Ambani, has already said that Geo network is fully 5G ready. But the not all the companies are ready for 5G net. Vodafone, one of the biggest telecom service provided in India, is of not to favor of action 5G spectrum. Even Airtel is not happy with the current price of 5G spectrum action. The main reason behind all those things is that Indian telecom sector is the dip of approximately 8 lakh crores rupees as 2019. So telecom companies do not afford to invest in the 5G technology. They did not get return on the invest they put on a 4G
30.
telecom companies. This situation will be 3G too. India 4G internet speed is very low when as compared to other countries. So launching 5G service will face the some issues. So we will cannot say that India is ready without upgrading the infrastructure first. So lastly, I want to say that 5G internet has a lot of benefits. First of all is fast internet speed and low latency. One of the most important thing is that doctor can remotely perform surgery is a big advantage of the 5G network, and also help to developing advanced application in various sectors. Thank you.
Okay, technological topic very much concerned with us. 5G technology is coming, it is ready, but the speed with which world will move is really increasing. Nanotechnology is yet uh, becoming reality very soon. Robotic science, artificial intelligence, all these words are very fascinating, but they will bring a very scary world. At the click of button, things will be happening. So it is good and bad too, because your money can be siphoned off at the click of button. You can get help or reservation done at the click of button, but you may get looted. Cyber crimes can happen at the click of button. That is the problem. So it will come, but it will offer both advantages and disadvantages. And peace of mind is getting lost. All these bargain. If you see, life is becoming too fast. Are we really in control of our life? Are we becoming slaves to a fast moving life? That is a big question. We need to have balance. Some of the countries are thinking of 5-day week, 4-day week, but developing countries cannot afford to have such kind of human resource issues getting sorted out. India, the middle class is struggling. There is no life balance. The technology is coming, but we are mentally ready or not, that is a big question. You see today's youth, you all are youth. Is there any time management? How much time is being spent on mobile? In last 10 years, anything and everything has come on mobile. So you need to have wisdom what to see, how much time to be spent on mobile. This wisdom has to be created first, and then the facility to be given. These are bigger issues, because if today's youth is spoiled, nation is spoiled in tomorrow's world. We need to have better youth. Yesterday we saw news that students are protesting to have to go against offline papers or exams. It is debatable now whether it is good or bad. Are our students getting weakened mentally? They are not ready to face physical exams now. Are they under the garb of COVID scenario? They want to just pass and get the free ride on the education. These are bigger questions, because we are now too busy in nonsense things. Okay, I just raised few things. Renuka, ready?
Yes, sir.
Sanjivani, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Renuka.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. For today, my lecture topic is Plains of India. So, as we all know, India is a country of physical diversity. Whether it has all kinds of physical diversifications in its boundaries. Like there are high mountain peaks, there are flat plains, there are terrains, there are plateaus, and a long coastline also. So, on the basis of physical features, India can be divided into major divisions, and one of which is the plains. The plains of India are the major portion of India's civilization, and hence form an enormous boundary also from the and they have a great importance as they all lie in the most of the northern plains of India, and has an important geomorphological aspect to these. And hence the northern plains lie between the western plain and as well as the eastern plain. It starts from the It starts from the west and in the Rajasthan, and it ends in the Ganga Brahmaputra plain. So these are of high importance to India, as the northern plains is a riverine region, and hence has a very fertile soil and a favorable climate also, which has resulted in a lot of population staying there, and has a livelihood from there. It has a flat surface, and also the construction of road, railways, and the industrialization is also growing up in that area. All these factors make this plain a very important aspect for India. The much important features and of its and its importance are like it is a heavy and densely populated region, as due to its deep and fertile soil, alluvial soil, and as it contains three major rivers of India. The two major rivers of three major rivers of India: Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra, which covers the most of the portion of India. It has cultural and political importance as well, as many religious temples and shrines also lie and locate in that area. Ganga, as a holy river that we consider as Indians, is of great importance to its culture, and hence is as important as it lies in the northern plains, and is worshipped and visited by a lot of visitors annually. These plains give birth to many unique civilizations like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, etc.,
Last
and
30
hence
seconds.
has a historical importance as well. Some of the social and religious importance are the historical monuments and archaeological sites that are located near these areas. The economic significance is of importance also, because as it is a highly agriculture prone region and industrial prone region, the revenue generated out of it is a much high, and most of the people living in this area are
Time up.
simply based on the natural and riverine resources of it. Has as These northern plains have a lot of importance in India's India's upcoming development. There are few challenges like climate change, overexploitation of river and natural resources, and groundwater exploitation also. So these are actually dealt with some of the government programs like Namami Gange. At the end, I want to say that, in my opinion, the northern plains carry a great importance in India's development, and hence need to be conserved and preserved by the humankind. Thank you.
Good, Renuka. A little tough topic unless you have studied specifically about geography section of studies. India has got two categories of plains, what Renuka was bringing out: northern plains and the coastal, east and west coastal. So, northern is the Indo-Gangetic plains. Rivers are our, that is how our ancestors really put rivers as goddess, because the importance of these plains were revolving around the rivers, and these rivers were the areas where civilization came up. Our entire agriculture sector is revolving around these rivers, and the plain area of the geographic part is where civilization has come up. Mountainous area has got different history, but these areas, the soil pattern, the crop pattern, everything, we as a student you must be studying, because you never know, especially in written part also, when you appear in written part in the GK section, these questions are very important, and you should be reasonably ready to speak. Renuka has spoken well, because these are very specific topic which has to be given certain facts and figures. Okay, good, Renuka. Who is ready now?
Sir, Ravi is here.
Ravi.
Can I
Oh,
speak?
oh yes, yes. Renuka, keep time.
Yes, sir.
Good morning,
You may
everyone.
start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today's my topic is tree. I write down something regarding tree. It's a very simple manner. So it is a true. It is truly said that tree is our best friend. They are the types of friends who give us everything without asking for anything return. They are one of the greatest blessings for humans from Mother Earth. Trees play a crucial role in ecology and our life. Earth will be desert without greenery. Trees offer numerous benefits to humans, excepting just a bit of love and care, which often ignored. They give us the oxygen to live. They share their beautiful flowers, tasty fruits, helpful herbs with us. They protect us from some natural calamities like earthquake, thunderstorm, flood, etc. They give us peace beneath their shade. Trees also provide us timber and paper. We use timber to construct houses and compartment and various tools. Many birds and creatures also take shelters in trees, where they live and lay eggs. Lastly, I want to say, trees are our best friend who take care of us and serve us in many ways. They are the guardians of our environment, and without them, this ecosystem and humans' life will be destroyed. Thank you, sir.
Very good, Ravi. Very important subject, the tree. Very important presence of these trees is the real balance in the ecosystem. In COVID scenario, we saw the importance of oxygen. People were really dying because of lack of oxygen, or the oxygen was not given timely. And here is a asset with us, tree. A good filtration, you can see carbon dioxide is taken from the environment, which is actually bad, and converted into oxygen. It sounds very easy, but see the impact in our ecosystem. It is a real cleaner. No amount of technology can do this wonder. These trees are really balancing our environment. You see the proportion of oxygen and carbon dioxide. More than that, the utility. These trees, we build our houses or furniture, whatever it is, then paper. Different types of trees are having different kinds of utilities. But the biggest factor is our survival. Oxygen free of cost. And that is why we need to again visit our history, how our ancestors had a pattern of trees around their residences, and they were really aware of which tree is required around us, which tree is required around fields, which tree is having its place in forest. These are very important areas where in the bargain of development we missed a line. We did a lot of forest cutting. It has affected both flora and fauna. Lot of insects, animal world is getting affected because of our silly behaviors. So trees are not only our friend, it is planet Earth's ecosystem's friend. In fact, we may or may not survive, doesn't affect the world, entire ecosystem, but trees are the real pillars, if we can say that. If human beings are extinct, probably other world will survive. But if trees are not there, the entire world will collapse. Okay, good Ravi, but you can avail the opportunity of utilizing these 3 minutes. Extend
Thank
your
you, sir.
stamina to 3 minutes. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.
it will come up with
Thank you.
practice. Don't worry. Who is next?
Okay.
So, okay.
Abhaya. Okay. Ravi, you know how to keep time. Okay, I'll ask again. Renuka, keep time.
Yes, sir. You
Can I
can
start?
start.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
yes.
good morning, everyone. Today's my lecture topic is national anthem. So, Jana Mana is the national anthem of India. It was originally composed as Bhagyo Vidhata in Bengal by Nobel literate Rabindranath Tagore. The national anthem of India was first sung on December 21st, 1911, in the annual conference of Indian Congress. Janagana Mana translated by Abid Ali into Hindi and Urdu. The first stanza of the song Bhagyo Vidhata was adopted by the Constitution Assembly of India as a national anthem on 24th January 1950. The Bhagya Vidhata is the Brahmo hymn, which has five stanza and only the single stanza has adopted as a national anthem. The national anthem takes 52 seconds in a formal performance. A shortened version constrain the first and last line. It also something straight and it's take 20 seconds. So Tagore wrote the anthem in High Bengali Sanskrit. Janagana Mana has always drawn us remember that fight of our youngsters for the freedom that we enjoy today. And the anthem urges to wake up from the slumber and help in revving the street and countless sacrifices, which are freedom fighters undergone while waving the war for independence. On 30 November 2016, Supreme Court of India ordered that national anthem must be played before the movie in theaters in order to instill commitment. It's patriotism and nationalism. And will national anthem is being played, national flag will be shown on the screen, and everyone respect to this flag or anthem. Will it being played and instill the feeling of patriotism and especially in the young minds. So national anthem is played daily in schools and colleges too. It needed to increase our sense of unity and integrity. The move can teach our national anthem is for everyone. So lastly, I just want to say
Last
it
30
is
seconds.
very important in our life because we are Indians. We are divided by our caste, religious states. Our culture are different, language are different, dress code, our food, our living standard, our something is different. But something is different in different status. But there is something common. We can feel it and we can see something is common between us, and that is our national anthem. So in every Indians
Time
like
out.
our national flag and our national anthem, it's common to see for our Indians. Thank you.
Good, Abhaya. Conclusion was very natural and very apt. Very nice. We are a diverse nation. How we should look like one? There has to be some binding factors. And what can be the best binding factor? A national anthem. A national anthem played, and you stand together, you look together, you breathe together, and there is no differentiation when you sing a common national spirit song, a poem. There is a village or a town in Telangana. Anybody knows? Daily in the morning 8:30 national anthem is played. Anyone?
No, sir.
Nalgonda. So it was in news also, but the best takeaway from this is great idea. Lot of problems get sorted out. During the freedom movement, you see Lokmanya Tilak started two festivals. What it did a marvelous thing. United us, brought us together. Shiv Jayanti and Ganesh Utsav. It was not religious angle. It was to unite. You need some common threads. So national anthem, if a town is playing daily, lot of differences get sorted out. You look like one entity. Nowadays, unfortunately, even schools are not doing daily national anthems. I don't know where we are going. National anthem should be compulsory in some of the institutes. In fact, why not to have every office to play it at stipulated time? A food for thought. Okay, who is next?
Yes, sir, I'm
Sir, I'm
ready.
ready.
Omkar is there, Vivek is there, Kumar is there. Okay, we will go with Vivek first. Abhaya, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Vivek.
Okay. Good morning, sir, and my friends. As you know, I am a agriculture student, so my topic is usually related to the agriculture. So the today's topic is the aromatic farming. Aromatic farming is nothing but the cultivation of the aromatic plants, which gives us essential oils. The examples of aromatic plants are the Citronella palmarosa, geranium, and many more. The characters of these aromatic crops are they are specially ingrown in uh, wild in species. So the scientists have developed the species which are related and can be cultivated in the our locality, means the regions where are uh, field crops and horticulture crops are grown. Now moving to the forward, CMAP, Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Farming, they can provide and to encourage the farmers to grow aromatic and medicinal plants. Global demand of these aromatic plants is very high, so we can't fulfill them by the over the 100 years. There is a only 2% demand is fulfilled by the over the world. Remaining 98% there is a scope to improve the aromatic farming. Now, CSIR, Central the Council of Scientific and Institutional Industrial Research under the Ministry of the Science and Technology of the Government of India, along the Mission Aroma. Mission Aroma aims to the growing and encourage to the farmers aromatic plants, which can give the economical stability to the farmers. Now, moving to the conclusion of the topic, these crops can give minimum support price to the farmers. So there is a improvement in their lifestyle can also help them. And the major factor is the according to the agriculture purpose, uh, soil improvement can be beneficial for the farmers. Means the wild species provide the very essential oils to us, like a citronal oil and methanol also. So there is no need to spray insecticide and pesticides on them. So the productivity of soil is relatively increased by these crops. So thank you, sir.
Okay, Vivek, agriculture world, can it be agri business? Maybe the hydroponics or aromatic farming, these all uh, words can really materialize this dream of making our farmers look like entrepreneurs. Because if there is a 5 acre of land or 2 acre of land, can it be treated as a small company? With your generation, if you can bring different look to the farming, and as such western Maharashtra is doing it, Punjab is doing since many decades, Haryana is doing, western UP is doing agri business. So aromatic farming, especially some herbs or whatever Vivek is telling about aromatic farming, it is a modern way of farming or some kind of commercialized view of farming, special techniques. We can really build future, or farming can be revolutionized. Farmers life can be brought up to a good standard if we invest our energy and knowledge technology into farming world. Israel is our partner now, and Israel is known for its modern techniques. Vivek and even the other new speakers, you can speak loudly so that the level of speech comes up and you can hear it once you want to hear your own speech in a comfortable way. Okay, Vivek, good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Omkar,
Yes, sir.
ready?
Ready.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Vivek, keep the time 2.5 minutes. You just say last 30 seconds, and at 3 minutes you say time up.
Okay, sir.
Can I start? Okay.
Yes, we can start.
Good morning, sir, and dear friends. Today's my lecture topic is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. After the disintegration of USSR in 1992, all the republic countries, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, and Tajikistan, construct a Shanghai's Five Group in 1996 for border
demilitarization, settle the border disputes, introducing confidence building measure to combat illegal activities in the region like terrorism, drugs smuggling. Then in 2001, the Uzbekistan is joined, and after subsequently in 9 June 2017, Russia Republic as full member. Shanghai Cooperation Organization is European political, economic, and security alliances. Now, the member of SCO is eight, including India and Pakistan. The headquarters of SCO is in Beijing, China. There are four observer states, SOC, which play important role: Iran, Afghanistan, Mongolia, Belarus, etc. SOC, the main goal of SCOs is strengthening the mutual trust and neighboring among the members of state, promoting their effective cooperation in political, trade, economic, research, and technological cultures, making joint effort to maintain and ensure the peace, security, and stability in the region. Moving towards the establishment of a democratic, fair, rational, and new international political and economical orders. Expanding the agenda of SCO is military cooperation under the SCO. The military exercises are regularly conducted among Russia and China in 2007 and 2009, respectively. After the joining of India and Pakistan, it both are also take part in military deal in 2018 and 19. The bodies under the SCO is head of state council to make the supreme decision. The country's head are gathered
Yes,
for the
30
meeting.
seconds.
SCO having head of government council to permanent bodies that rats and direct of executive committee. SCO are also conduct meeting of foreign minister and defense minister of all the country. Recently, our in the speech, PM Modi says India has strong cultural and historical ties with Shanghai Cooperation Organization countries. India
Your
believes that
time up.
to enhance connectivity, it's important that move forward while respecting one another sovereignty and territorial integrity. Lastly, I want to conclude that SCO is one of the committee which ensure the peace and security, but the China and Pakistan are indirectly treating the terrorists against the border. Well, the is it is validated by different source. The China and Pakistan needed to follow the rules by itself and stop the illegal activities. Thank you.
Okay, Omkar, a new topic SCO or Shanghai Pact has got really great relevance because it is a very big spread wise geographic spread. I think one of the biggest organization if you consider the geographic spread. GDP wise also maybe one of the largest impact, almost 20% world's um, GDP can be counted in this organization, member countries, and then almost 3/5 of the world's geographic area. So this is the impact, but whether the member countries really follow guidelines and obey the agreements, that is a bigger question. Today again, world is at very critical stage. Ukraine issue is live. Russia and US are head to head, and so will be the associated countries. So these all organizations are trying to control, mitigate the problems, resolve the differences. Economic cooperation is there, but market capturing or expansionism of these some of the countries is a real hurdle. Okay, we have less time. Kumar, you want to speak?
Yes,
Anyone?
sir.
Yes, Kumar. Okay, Omkar, keep time.
Yes, sir. Okay, Kumar, you can start now.
Yes. So good morning, gentlemen. Today, my topic of lecturette is e-commerce. So we all know what is e-commerce. E-commerce is basically the commerce, the trade and business which runs online through the online medium like internet and the other facilities. We know that e-commerce has been growing since last decade very fast in our India. So why it is important from Indian perspective, we should see that there are dominant players like first of all the Amazon, and the next is Flipkart. So Flipkart is totally indigenous, and the Amazon is the American MNC which has brought up its market in India. So we should see that some of the other companies like Flipkart is the most competitive, and but the other players are facing problems due to the Amazon. But we can see that we should learn from the Amazon how it is working and how it is controlling its market. It is surely a very great MNC. We can't compete with it, but we should see that the various startups which will be coming in the future time should be able to compete with this Amazon. So it is very important for the Indian players as well as for the government to take part in this and to give incentive to the startups which will be coming in the future time. So there are various things which the e-commerce is important. Now, coming back to the topic that e-commerce has totally changed the scenario of trade in our Indian industry. The e-commerce has brought up various products like electronics, the garments, and the daily needs also. So the daily needs was started since last 2 to 5 years. Now the daily needs materials are also available online, but we can see that due to these types of facility which online uh, giants are providing, the local consumers, which the important message of our prime minister, vocal for local, is not saying such reforms. So we should see that people should now utilize these things to a minimum extent, and should also promote the local vendors. So we should not, in my opinion, we should also buy some materials from the our local people, because we see that there are also demerits
Last 30
of
seconds.
this e-commerce, because this e-commerce is takes times. When you place an order, it comes to your home and it takes times, although it is at your, you can see everything at your mobile phone, and then you can order. But the demerits that it's time consuming. There are online frauds also which can take place. So people also prefer the going to the local vendors. So lastly, I want to conclude that this e-commerce has been playing a good role, but significantly, there the new startups which will be coming, like the Misho,
Time up.
which has come in the recent time, is facing competition with these other giants. So the government should also promote some subsidies for these types of, and the people also should be made aware, so that we should now we can also see that I would like to further extend my topic, like this Tata group was having the Tata Click e-commerce website, but now it has not been so much aware to the people. So we should see that apart from this international e-commerce part businesses, we should also promote our Indian e-commerce. Thank you.
Okay, e-commerce is now the new world we are living in. It is the thing with which we are fascinated, we are utilizing it, the services are improving, international players are really playing good part. But what Kumar is bringing out, what about local promotion? We need to really look after it when we are saying Atmanirbhar or Make in India or making our country self-reliant. Towards it, we should promote our local players. There are two issues. One, on one hand, we are losing some local level jobs, or local vendors are getting threatened by these bigger level or sophisticated business model. But a new area is coming up where employment is getting generated. People are having different kind of employment avenues, and technology is helping us to open new dimensions of market philosophy. And today's youth must wake up, find opportunities, innovative ideas, out of box thinking, and they can be millionaires and billionaires of coming years, because now within 10 years people are really reaching to the status of millionaires or billionaires, and there are enough examples around us. So this is the greatest opportunity. So lot to learn from the technological advancement point of view, keeping pace with the changing times, government and the citizens, and you, especially all the youth, should be updated, should keep the pace with the changing times, try and see or foresee what is going to happen after 5 years, where the technology is going to go, what kind of business model are likely to come. Nobody imagined that without owning a car there can be a Ola business, without owning a hotel there can be Oyo business. So these are models. Without manufacturing anything, Amazon and Flipkart and Snapdeal, they can be biggest platforms of selling. So these are all new things which has happened in last 1 decade, 2 decades. New business philosophies have come, out of box thinking. You can change your lives, you can bring prosperity to yourself and to the nation. Okay, I think everybody is over. Any point from anyone, or we will finish? Okay, keep studying well, be physically and mentally fit, have a good schedule, be confident that whatever you are preparing, you are preparing well. We will end here. Okay, bye, good day, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.